an hour long. If I can spend that much time with somebody or somebody spend that much time with me, like I'm greatly appreciated for it. Yes, morning. Another long night last night. Man, I ain't even get to like wrap up the whole vlog yesterday. Had so much stuff going on. Didn't even get a chance to like wrap it up, man. But look at the culprit that's in here waking me up, man. Waking me up. Look at her. Look at her. She just chilling. Boy, Lex. Should I Lex dog? Yeah. But as usual, man, got something interesting. Today may be a grind day, depends. I may have a birthday party to go to today. I know yesterday we had a birthday party. My son, one of his friends, had a birthday party that they had that they wanted to attend. Man, and let me get up, man. And let me straighten this all up. Yep. What is interesting about this birthday party was that it's like he finally got like a group of friends that's like, I think it's about like 7 or 8 of them, and they're just like this solid group of friends, man. They go to all each other's birthday parties. Maybe for like the last 3 years, they've been they've been in this like little group, and they all was in elementary school together, and now they're in middle school together, so they all in the same grade. And it's interesting, man, it's to watch because you rarely see that anymore, right? You rarely see like kids grow up together, and yeah, you rarely see kids grow up together, man, and form that lifelong bond. Like usually, like nowadays, you talk to folks like they meet some of their best friends in like high school or college, and that kind of just transfer throughout their life. Like that's the same person that they're hanging around with. But for for my son and his friends, they actually, like I said, they started in elementary school, and hopefully they can go throughout middle school and then to high school together and just keep that camaraderie and that friendship and that bond, man, just so you can have people that's going to hold you accountable for certain things. So I think that's dope to have, and something precious to have, because you really don't see that too many more these days, man. You really don't see friends just growing up with each other and holding it down for each other, man. So like I said, they go to all each other birthdays. They know what each other like. They, got to get the right gift, like that type of friendship, man. And it's not like it's just one or two, like it's like about 7 of these kids, you know what I'm saying, that they all jump on the game together, and they game. They talk about, boy stuff and all that stuff too. So it's dope. It's dope to see, you know what I'm saying? I kind of had that a little bit throughout my childhood, and I'm happy to see that my son can have the same. So that's big. It's huge. But but today, trying to see, how I want to theme this type of video, man. Because what I wanted to talk about is more like being commitment, and how no how doing the things that's necessary when there's even nobody's watching, right? Like doing the right things continuously, or taking those little small steps to get to the end goal. And a lot of people don't a lot of people really don't, well, let me not say a lot of people, man. Let me say most people just, want, I mean, nowadays, like a lot of people don't want to take the small steps to get there, right? You don't wanna do none of the in between, the nitty gritty, the small items that you gotta do to get to the final destination. And I think that you have to you have to learn that those small items lead to the big item, right? To whatever the big item may be for you. Just take a look outside and see what the weather's like. Hold up. What's up, boy? Going outside? Boy, it's a little cold out here, man. It's a little cold out here. Man, early morning. It's early morning, a little windy. Man, I gotta get my grass cut. Stuff you gotta do when you're an adult, man. You gotta get the damn grass cut. Man, they planted these trees in my backyard and they just never grew. Just never grew, man. It was dead as soon as they planted them. As soon as that first winter came around, trees was dead, man. So if you know any way to regrow some trees or something, like you got some regrowth sperm or something, let me know. Let me know. Fill me in. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, just having that mindset of that the small items, the small steps is what's gonna make the big goal come, right? You gotta take those daily steps, the daily routine, and watch. Like, I mean, I always look at it as far as like fitness because it just makes sense because like the first day you go to the gym, you really don't see nothing, right? The second day you go, you still don't see nothing. The third day, you still don't see nothing. But when you start getting to the fifth and sixth week of you going to the gym consistently, you start to see that, hey, it's working. Something's happening, right? Something happening. And then, the 40th week, you know what I'm saying, you lost a bunch of weight or you got fit to an area where that, you started meeting some of your goals or you started surpassing some of your goals. So um, it's just the small steps, the small things that's happening. So throughout today, yeah, my arm getting tired holding up the camera. But throughout the day, man, we gonna focus on some of those items, some of those things, and talk about a few things that I think is helping me stay consistent, or which will help you stay consistent with just doing the small things. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna focus on that and just see how that works. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some breakfast real quick. Chop that up, and then, like I say, today I gotta chop up this the podcast. I'm gonna make shorter videos, make some thumbnails for those, and get those out. Um, and I do want to show something too that, which was interesting, was because we dropped a short yesterday on YouTube for the podcast, and it kind of went crazy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect it. Like, I really don't expect nothing until like a year in, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us to grow on this podcast, like I don't really expect much. Like, I want to get to like episode 52, 54, and then start looking at items that we can grow on. You feel what I'm saying? Like right now, it's all about just getting the product right, right? Making sure the camera angles are right, making sure the audio is good, making sure we can get it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that good stuff. Just making sure we build out all the social platforms, the Instagrams, the YouTube Shorts, the TikTok, and all that good stuff. So it's just all, this first year is all about just getting the product right, right? Because once the product is good, you know what I'm saying? People who like it gonna like it, and people who don't like it ain't gonna like it, right? Ain't nothing ain't nothing shame about that. So it's just building and getting that product right. And then, being able to start reaching out and start interviewing some folks and stuff like that. So I also got to take my daughter to work today. So she got a job. She's 15. My oldest daughter, she ended up getting a job, man. And proud of her. Proud of her getting a job and, wanting to start making ends meet for herself. So we'll drop her off today. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we may have a birthday party to go to, and then also I gotta knock out some schoolwork today, so that's also important. So stick with me. We're gonna chop it up, We're gonna do some things and we're gonna hang out. Yes, sir. Before I even made me some breakfast, man. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something real quick. I didn't even make no breakfast yet, but what I did eat was I ate me some of these gingerbread cookies. Matter of fact, we're gonna grab one right now. Let's get it. Grab another one. Man, that probably wasn't a good idea to be eating on camera, but what I wanted to show y'all real quick was, man, this is crazy. This is crazy, right? So, I don't know if y'all can see that. Dropped a short that got 2,700 views, man. 71 likes, 10 comments from the second podcast episode. Currently at 21 subscribers. I guess somebody unsubscribed because it say 21, but it didn't say plus 22 in the last 28 days. So, which is cool, no big deal. But yeah, it's just crazy to even see that. You know what I'm saying? One video can get you that many subscribers. Or I mean, well, it wasn't that specific one video, but it was crazy to see that one of our videos took off. Like, I mean, I didn't expect to see this that soon or anything this soon as far as with the podcast channel. And I know some people like, oh, 21 subscribers, that ain't much subscribers at all. That ain't much subscribers to you guys. You know what I'm saying? I value, you got to think about it, right? Some of our our podcast videos are an hour long. So if I can get 5 people to watch or listen to me for 1 hour, then, you know, that's an hour out of your day, right? Same thing with these vlogs. Like, these vlogs are like 40 minutes, an hour long. If I can spend that much time with somebody or somebody spend that much time with me, like, I'm greatly appreciated for it. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It may not be much to you or anybody out there, but, you know, it's valuable to me, man, to see that, you know, people would, you know, just stick around and watch and just, you know, just interact with our content, man. So I think that's powerful right there, man. So I just wanted to say that, man, and, you know, just thought that was interesting because it kind of blew up. I saw it blowing up a little bit last night, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, I think it was like 1,500 views in like the first hour. I don't know why it blew up. Still learning, but we're gonna figure it out. Could be because it's kind of associated around Drake. And then it's kind of like a funny skit, but who knows, man? Who knows why some of the stuff pop off and why it don't, man? It's just, you let the viewers choose what they want to watch, and if they want to watch it, then they watch it. If they don't, hey, man, you can't complain about that. Other than that, like I said, we're going to continue to grow, continue to build. And like I said, I'm looking at it from a year out. As my daughter, this little girl right here, man, got the bed all unmade. But yeah, just looking at it from a year out, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. So, yeah, so I'll bring y'all along as I chop down the whole podcast. I'm gonna make many videos out of the whole podcast today, get those uploaded, and then we'll go from there. So I'll catch y'all in a second. Yeah. Now, AMC movie theater. All right. Let's roll out. Let's roll out, man. Just dropped the little one off at work. So now It's what, 1 p.m. Pretty much did a lot of procrastination this morning. Wasn't too much outside of just checking. I did schedule some TikTok what is it, TikToks, I guess. Schedule some TikToks to be posted, for the remainder of the week. Kind of just scheduling it so that I don't have to go and look at TikTok. Like, I mean, I don't really be on TikTok like that. Like, our TikTok ain't really tremendously growing like that. Well, I mean, it's still second episode, so I ain't expecting like fucking, what I'm saying, 10,000 subscribers or whatever, or 10,000 followers on TikTok, or 1,000 followers on TikTok. So, yeah, so it ain't nothing too crazy over there. I think we got like 13 followers or something like that. So just building slowly over there. So hopefully we can go ahead and like I said, just create a product that people want to see or people want to listen to. That's the number one thing, right? Just creating a product that people want to see or listen to, or just, recommend, share, whatever it is, right? But a few minutes away from the house, man, and like I said, I don't really like to drive and shoot videos. It's just, I don't know, it's unsafe. It is unsafe for me. So what I'm gonna end up doing is just going ahead and cutting this one short. You know what I'm saying? I didn't show my daughter or none of that like that. I don't want to include them in the YouTube. They don't want to be in a YouTube video, right? So I'm gonna just go ahead and cut this one short, and then we'll go ahead and catch back up when I get to the crib. All right. Man, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I got lazy as shit today. Man, I just got goddamn lazy. Oh man, didn't really do much at all. Shit. Got home, got in the get my hat. I got home and got into this whole after I dropped my daughter off. I watched a YouTube video talking about streaming and how, the fight over streaming rights and all that stuff. So I kind of went down a rabbit hole for streaming, and one thing, I ended up jumping on somebody's live stream, and I believe it was on Kick. And what was interesting about it wasn't the stream was interesting, but at my age, you know what I'm saying, I ain't too many streams that I must sit down and really be focused on like that. But what I thought was interesting about the stream was the fact that I think that the younger generation is cooked, man. Like, just gonna be cooked. Like, because here's why I say that, right? I think they won't understand who they are as personality. Like, I don't think they're gonna understand themselves as they get older, because you do so much to try to perform. Like, think about it, right? You do YouTube videos, then you jump on a live stream, and then like you portraying like this type of character, right? Like, either you're doing pranks and videos, or you're doing pranks and videos, or you trying to make up like this elaborate thing to do, like either give away money or whatever. Like, you constantly switching your character, you know what I'm saying, to knock out a video. And then on top of that, you jumping on a stream to where that now you also got to be this different type of character, right? And let me grab my wallet. Let's get this on. and then you jumping on this stream to be a different type of character. And when you think about it, it's like you don't really get to be who you are. And that's just who you are as a person. But just watching this stream, a lot of the stuff that was going on, it was like I know this wasn't this individual like character outside of just being on camera, right? A lot of them, but then you start to do it so much to where like that becomes who you are, and then you do it such a long time, and then you just start to lose yourself, right? You just start to not even know who you are as a person, and to me, that's scary. That's scary because you got a lot of these young individuals between 17, 16, up to 20, 21 that's on these streams or that's on live or that's creating these YouTube videos trying to chase the virality or going viral or making these TikToks to go viral, and like you doing things that's not even who you are as a person, right? You trying to do these things that don't even relate to your core beliefs or who you are as a person. So I think, man, I think it's rough, man, to understand that, because when it do comes down to you, you know, your wave, because I think it comes in waves, right? Like you'll be hot for a minute and then somebody else will be hot. So your money will go down a little bit, because they all doing it. Because I mean, this is what I would say, right? I haven't met too many of them that I've seen just based on their personality that they just doing it to do it to make content. I think a lot of them are doing it for the monetary value and not to have to, do the typical 9 to 5 grind or get a job or anything like that. So when the money does slow down, you're not getting those viral posts like you used to. The crowd kind of moves on, or the crowd gets older and then they move on. Because it's kind of hard to build like a personal relationship with people or individuals like that during that type of content. I mean, you can, but it's kind of hard, right? But what I'm saying is it's just scary. It's scary for humanity wise, man, because once all that kind of slows down, bro, I don't know what these content creators or these streamers or whatever the case, like what would their life look like? What does retirement from streaming or what does retirement from content creation looks like, right? Or what does, let me set this down real quick. See me? Or what does, like I said, like what does retirement look from at these standpoints? So it's just kind of strange to think about it from a long standpoint, right? Like looking at it 5, 10 years out from now. Like, I mean, I don't know how long one could be at the top of their game. You know what I'm saying? For how many years we've never seen it, right? We're living in a different type of landscape to where that we don't really know what it looks like, and because of that, that's the reason why I think it's scary when it comes down to these young individuals, because 5, 10 years from now, if they aren't as popular or as producive or producing that much content that's relatable to people, then that money falls, and then like you know what I'm saying, like who do you become as a person? And then you lose yourself so much in your content that you may feel like, hey, this is the only person that I am, right? And that's scary to think of, because that's when you start getting these irrational thoughts and you don't really know what to do or how to handle yourself. So I mean, I'm a little nervous, man. I'm a little nervous about it. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm nervous to see what the next 10 years will look like, as far as from a lot of these young streamers or a lot of these young content creators. And when, they aren't producing massive amounts of content or making the same type of money they was making before, or the situation changes or the fan base moves on to somebody younger, or, whatever the case may be. It's gonna be interesting to watch. It's gonna be interesting to watch. So, yeah, I dove down that rabbit hole today, man. I literally was on a young kid stream for maybe about like I don't know, maybe like 30, 40 minutes, man. And then decided that I really got to start working to get all my stuff out. So um, it was good stuff to really look at it. And it just put things in a perspective to me to look at, like, man, I know a lot of them are in a continuous cycle of performing. Like, you just in this over and over or over and over, or I'm chasing this virality. I got to put out the next piece of content, or I got to create something to where that it goes viral, or this stream. I want to get 100,000 people on the stream, or 50,000, or whatever it is, man. So yeah, it was interesting, man, and I love to hear y'all take on it in the comment section, man. And just try to figure it out, man. What's the landscape gonna look like 5-10 years from now? Yeah. All right, we'll wrap this one up, man. Like I said, I ain't do too much today. Still wanted to get in the front of you guys and give you guys some content, man. Like I said, I'm sticking to my daily goal. So sticking to my daily routine. Any thoughts or anything that comes to my mind, I want to make sure I kick it to you guys. So I believe this is day 5. Yeah, yeah. Day 5. Okay, day 5. Hey, well, we 5 days in. Let's go. Continue. Road to 100. Yes, sir. Catch y'all tomorrow.